What's this one called?
Um, this one is called Woman Holding a Balance, and it's according to the National Gallery of Art. I'm not an expert. It's a Dutch painting from the 17th century.
Ah, by Johannes Vermeer.
Mm.
I hope that was correct.
And if you're lucky enough to go into the art gallery, it's in the west building on the main floor, in gallery number 50.
Ah,
Oh, so let's have a look here. I might read a bit of this description they have because
that's good.
they've got a lot of information here. So, Woman Holding a Balance is a superb example of Johannes Vermeer's exquisite sense of stability and rhythm. A woman dressed in a blue jacket with fur trim stands serenely at a table in a corner of a room. The scales in her right hand are at equilibrium, suggestive of her inner state of mind. A large painting of the Last Judgment, framed in black, hangs on the back wall of the room. A shimmering blue cloth open boxes, two strands of pearls and a gold chain lie on the sturdy table. Soft light comes in through the window and illuminates the scene. The woman is so pensive that the viewer almost hesitates to intrude on her quiet moment of contemplation.
I was just thinking how the expression on her face, she looks like she's at peace, or at the very least, she seems like content. And yeah, the way it's mentioned, how she's holding the balance there, and it is in perfect equilibrium. I think that's an excellent way that the artist Johannes has shown that her state. Yeah. But also, it's like it is juxtaposed with that painting in the painting of which one did it mention? I'm sorry. Let's see. The Last Judgment. Yeah, I think it's juxtaposed with the Last Judgment in the back. Like it's her contentedness with this grand, like crowding around the figure here in the center, Jesus. And I think that is, I don't know, it's moving with the polar, like it's polar. It's a room of calm and like supreme calm with this picture in the back, and it is the Last Judgment, and it's like upheaval, and yeah.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the idea of like forbearance in like hardship and like in chaos, like keeping like a serene and like peaceful like mind and heart, and not letting like the chaos of the world like get to your like soul.
Yeah. And perhaps the fact that you can see the pearl and the gold like chain is sort of representative of the fact that she has remained calm in the pensive and chaotic things that she's been rewarded through, like a business or something with these gold and pearl, sort of like how those Buddhist merchants would like fund the creation of monasteries that I mentioned earlier. Sort of, it's like a cycle, sort of one pays the other, like like the virtue creates that wealth, which creates the virtue in like a cycle of I don't know, goodness. I guess that's a little generic, that word, but
Yeah. In other words, like in my understanding, the reward of like forbearance and like staying true to like goodness is like blessings and like virtue and like reward in like a material sense, or like in a spiritual sense of the reward being that like inner state of calm and peace, or like in the religious terms of like going to heaven, or in the material sense of like getting the jewels.
yeah. Well, it's definitely the calmness is the reward in of itself as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I find the blue interesting as well because I don't know where I read this, but I've read that the blue is like, it's kind of like quite royal and like divine kind of color, especially that kind of shade of blue.
Yeah, well, I love that. I like that color, that blue. It certainly is nice. I like the lighting in this painting. How the left is very dark, and then the lighting from the little bit of open window there at the top that's letting, and it's like shining through on her face. Like her face is all lit up, as well as her, like the blue and the gown and the stuff she's wearing. And meanwhile, a lot of the other stuff is just like in darkness, like the other picture frame on the wall and the other blue sheet that's covering the jewels and things. I think that's I don't know, it's amazing the way the lighting is painted.
That's interesting as well, like that lighting and the way the artist has depicted her state of mind kind of even shows us like a spiritual message of like staying true to its good qualities, and calmness is like paying attention to those things and measuring ourselves with those things. Like the light is our attention, and the chaos in the background is like, we shouldn't be moved by it or be like pay much attention to it.
Yeah,
that's amazing. There's so much to learn from like traditional art.
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Reflects so many like beautiful like messages in its like simplistic beauty. Like
I think it's the way it's applied with the paint onto the canvas is it like, it's easier to take in than just having something explained to you, because it's visual. I suppose it depends if you're what type of learner you are, I guess, visual or audio or something. But I think to see something in action, to see the state of supreme calm and the way that's plot out is something else. I don't know, it's something special, the way it's just like with music, to listen to to be moved by by sound. It's like an unseen force. It's like, yeah.
We can go to our music now.
Oh, definitely.
It's funny, I just saw this on the YouTube algorithm, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, it's good that it showed it.
The title of the video is called "When You Take Sing Like an Angel Too Literally." So we can listen to that